영어 회화 level 3 Power English.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Yes, it's hump day today.
Woohoo.
And we are talking about life as a foreign exchange student today. I've never had this experience, and we talked about that.
Yes, we did.
And you did. So you're going to have to help us out more.
I love to be an exchange student. I was an exchange student 4 times.
How can you be an exchange student for 4 times?
So, I was an international relations major. So, basically, any of my classes I could take
Abroad
or at my home university.
What?
With a few exceptions. And the relationships that we had with the university, I just paid my home tuition.
Right.
And I could just so the only extra expense was the plane ticket.
Wow. But 4 times, that's amazing because usually we're just happy to go once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very lucky situation.
Yeah.
It was the only reason I decided to go to my university.
Got it.
I wouldn't have gone but
that's right.
It's being an exchange student. For anyone listening that has the opportunity to be an exchange student, definitely take it.
Yeah.
Because it's so different from traveling. You know,
totally.
Traveling is a great experience. You can learn a lot. But just being at a foreign university for a semester, you can make the most of it.
That's right.
For sure.
So, exchange student, a foreign exchange student is 외국인 교환 학생, right? And so, make the most of your semester. 자, 학기를 최대한 활용해.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to make the most of something is what?
Is to get the most benefit you can. So it's not just about receiving things. It could be you're working hard, but you're using the opportunity you have to its fullest potential.
Well, I feel like you made the most of your college years.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
Wow.
I was barely at my home university.
Amazing. So you're basically half of the time, maybe 50%.
I had no friends at my university.
That is amazing.
I didn't go to my graduation ceremony because I knew no one. I made the most of it for sure. Yeah.
We need to tell our listeners what that university is later. Okay. If 2 people are like-minded,
yes.
What does this mean?
They think similarly. They have similar values even.
Okay. And if you hang out with someone?
You're casually spending time with them.
Yeah.
You know, you're not studying. You're just kind of you're together.
Together.
Yeah. Not doing much.
Yeah, maybe having fun, having a meal, eating lunch or just hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue.
You look a lot happier today, Maria. Did you join one of the campus clubs?
I did. Since I'm majoring in environmental science, I joined a club that does a lot of river cleanups and tree planting.
It sounds like you found some like-minded people.
Yeah, and they're a lot of fun to hang out with. It isn't all about parties and stuff like that.
That's great. I think you're going to make the most of your semester in this country.
That's the plan.
Here we go. Please join us on page 56. You can find our power dialogue there. Life as a foreign exchange student. Make the most of your semester. So Ian begins by saying, you look a lot happier today, Maria. Did you join one of the campus clubs? Now remember, Maria has been having a hard time. She's feeling lonely, homesick, right? So Ian says, did you join one of the campus clubs? I believe in Korea, they call it soccer. Soccer.
You can call it soccer or 동아리.
동아리? Yeah. When I first came to Korea on a visit 30 years ago, they were like, circle, circle. I'm like, what's a circle? I'm like, what's
circle of life.
Is it circle of life? Lion King?
Kind of, yeah.
So basically, we would say in English, a club, a campus club.
Yes, so these... In America, Korean universities as well, there's a wide variety of different clubs.
Oh, in Korea, yeah.
Some are academic, some are sports, some are just interests that you have.
Yeah.
If you like to watch movies, there's a movie appreciation club.
Ask me what kind of club
What kind of club were you in, Kristen?
Nothing.
Nothing? At all?
No.
You were at UCLA,
Yeah.
probably one of the biggest universities
Well, here's
in
the
the
thing.
U.S.
The bigger the university, the more impersonal it is.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
such a big campus. A lot of the time, students just go to their class, do what they have to do, get the credits, and they work part-time. And, a lot of the students do that. The smaller the universities, I feel, and this is not always true, but it's a little bit more intimate, more personal, and there are more clubs. I was just never a club person.
Where was your social life?
My social life? I had friends, but I just didn't really, there weren't any clubs that I was interested in.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I know you were in a lot of clubs.
I was in a few.
A few.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What does Maria say?
I did. Since I'm majoring in environmental science, I joined a club that does a lot of river cleanups and tree planting.
That's an interesting club. Okay. So river cleanups and tree planting. So they're very conscious.
Yes.
And Ian says, it sounds like you found some like-minded people.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the kind of club, especially with, tree planting and river cleanup, that you're all very concerned about the environment.
Yeah, it's not a casual club.
No.
Like, only people who are really
not a chess
interested.
club. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So here, like-minded means people who think the same as you. And we're often talking about the values or morals that they have.
Yeah.
Because, wanting to protect the environment is a value.
Right.
Oh, I like a moral value.
Yeah.
And some people, that's a really important thing. Other people, it's not important.
Right.
So only like-minded people would go to that club.
Right, agreed. So like-minded is a little bit more in-depth in terms of how you feel about things. It's not just like, I like this kind of fashion. Well, I guess in fashion, if it's high fashion, it could be like-minded.
It would have to be something where fashion is life.
Yeah.
It's not like, I like to dress nicely.
Right. Yeah, I like trendy things. No.
Yeah. It's definitely much more of this is a lifestyle.
Yeah, like vintage clothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's more like.
Or maybe they're the designer.
And
it's a specific type of fashion that they're trying to design.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Maria says, and they're a lot of fun to hang out with. It isn't all about parties and stuff like that. So Maria is not really interested in party, let's hang out. She wants to hang out with other students who have, environmental concerns and who want to do something.
Yes. So here, this hangout that they're talking about is just being together, often as friends.
Yeah. They don't have to be best friends.
Right.
Yeah. It's just hang out together, be together. Maybe they can have dinner together. Just spend time together.
Right.
Yeah.
And it really is. You don't have to have an actual activity. You can just sit on the couch with a person. Just hang out that way.
Hang out, yeah. I think those are the greatest. The greatest friend is where you can just hang out together and do nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
And honestly, I feel university is the last time that you can really do that.
Yeah. It's
As
true.
you get older and you're working, who has time to be like, hey, come to my house and just sit for 5 hours?
And hang out with me on Saturday. Unless you're single and you've got a lot of time.
Yeah, if you have a family. Yeah, so much to do.
Sorry, Kristen doesn't have time to hang out. But I would hang out with you.
Oh.
Okay. Ian says, that's great. I think you're going to make the most of your semester in this country. Okay, so if you make the most of your school, your semester, what are you doing?
You are doing whatever will give you the most benefit for that opportunity. So here it seems like Maria is going to meet lots of people. She's going to have a very social time, and that is what is considered the best use of her time. But it's not always the case. Because they're abroad, I do think that meeting lots of people is probably one of the best things you can do.
Sure.
Instead of just going to class.
Right.
I have seen some people who study abroad, and they just
Go to class?
Go to class.
Oh, that's no fun.
And it's like you can do that at your home university.
Right. You want to make friends. You want to make connections in another culture.
But if you are in another opportunity, maybe working hard and not being social could be the best use of your time.
Okay.
It all depends.
Okay. So make the most of something. And Maria finally says, that's the plan. And that's our power pattern today. If you say that's the plan, are you saying, this is my plan?
Kind of. You're saying, that is what I will do. That is what I want to do.
That is what I want to do.
That is what I plan to do.
Okay. But just very simply, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Okay. Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
You look a lot happier today, Maria. Did you join one of the campus clubs?
I did. Since I'm majoring in environmental science, I joined a club that does a lot of river cleanups and tree planting.
It sounds like you found some like-minded people.
Yeah, and they're a lot of fun to hang out with. It isn't all about parties and stuff like that.
That's great. I think you're going to make the most of your semester in this country.
That's the plan.
Okay, we're on page 58 with Power Note. The first Power Note is like-minded.
That's right. If you're like-minded, it means that you have similar opinions, goals, and beliefs. So it's not just a simple like, oh, I like this. Oh, you like it too? Yeah. It's more about maybe kind of the more serious opinions about life.
Yeah, it's really lifestyle-based.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, we both love pizza.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
No, it's not like not the more shallow, superficial interests, the more moral and value-based beliefs.
Why don't you ever go to parties on the weekends?
I prefer to spend my time with like-minded people.
Okay. Okay.
So if you're someone who thinks that partying in the adult, not like a birthday party, but in like go to the nightclub.
Yeah, right.
Have lots of drinks.
Yeah, so maybe you're not that kind of person. I mean, occasionally you like it, but not all the time.
So if you want to be around like-minded people, you wouldn't do that.
No.
Maybe you would join a book club.
Yeah.
Or a running club.
Right.
Or something where people are doing something that interests you.
Right. Yeah.
Self-help related. I don't know.
The magazine was started by a few like-minded people who love poetry. Yeah.
So here, even though it is an interest, earlier we talked about pizza wouldn't be a good, love of pizza wouldn't be a good
like-minded,
one. Right. Here, poetry, there is this feeling that they're reading the poetry and they're analyzing it and they're trying to discover human emotions and like examine the human experience.
Right.
So in this way, it feels a little deeper.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And especially because poetry, it's not like fashion magazines where you're kind of, I mean, that's something you do kind of in your pastime, but poetry is a little bit more serious, a little bit deeper.
Yeah, you're thinking about it. Maybe you're getting together and discussing it. Yeah,
very good. So, like-minded, just your perspective on life or things that you enjoy on a deeper level.
Yes.
I think all of those things apply.
Right. I think a lot of people, maybe you go to church or a temple.
Spiritual. Yes.
Yes, for people who are religious.
Yeah.
They want to be around like-minded people.
Yeah.
So that they can,
well, it's so
share
true.
their views, right?
And so there are these wellness retreats these days.
Yeah, you go for meditation.
Yes, yeah. They all come together. They're all like-minded. They want the same thing in life. Yeah, that's a great example. Okay, hang out with someone.
We also use this term shooting the breeze, to shoot the breeze. And it just means you don't necessarily have an activity that you're doing. You're just together in the same place.
Yeah, casually spending time.
Yeah, it's not a serious conversation.
No.
Yeah.
Where were you last night?
I was hanging out with Jade and Jackie at the mall.
Yeah.
Do you remember when people used to, go to the mall?
That's the 80s.
And walk around the mall?
Oh, all my friends. We always used to go to the mall. Where do you go? You go to the mall.
Yeah.
And hang out, have lunch, and then do, some shopping.
You know where we went?
Where did you go?
The supermarket parking lot.
You hung out at the supermarket parking lot?
The shopping mall was too far away.
Well, what do you...
You drive people had trucks, right?
Okay.
The back is open.
Wow.
And you just sit in the back of the truck.
Is that like the tailgate party?
In a parking lot.
Really?
Tailgating's different. Tailgating is when you barbecue in a parking lot.
Okay.
The culture's... No, when you're like 16 or 17 in America, you've just got your car and you live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You find either a big supermarket parking lot. Or you go to the middle of the woods.
Wow.
Where no one can find you. Thinking about it, it's the most dangerous thing a 16 or 17-year-old person could do. But we would go to the woods with no lights in the middle of the night and just hang out.
That is so Shigor. That is so country of you. Mm-hmm. That is so interesting. Like in Korea, we don't have enough parking. In Arkansas,
we have so much parking.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Okay. Next example. Mom, I'm going to hang out with my friends. I'll be home later. When you hang out with your friends, it could be a number of things. It could just be like, oh, we're just going over to their house and like, watching a movie.
Play video games.
Yeah, play video games. It could be like going shopping.
Yeah.
It's a general term.
Yes.
That means to spend time.
Right. But if the activity gets too serious or special, hangout feels weird.
That's right.
Like if I go to an amusement park, I don't know if I can say hang out with my friends.
I wouldn't say that. You would say, I'm going to the amusement park.
Right.
Totally. All right. Make the most of something means to get the most benefit from something. I can't believe it's going to rain during our entire vacation in New York.
Let's make the most of our time here and visit some museums.
Okay. Yeah. So to make the most of your time is a very common way of using this. And it just means like, don't waste your time.
Yes.
Do as much as you can during that time. I made the most of my brief internship at the Parliament.
Oh, so you're at Parliament. Maybe you don't have a lot of time, but you're going to work as hard as you can.
Yeah, it was only 6 months, but you really worked hard.
Get as much experience as you can.
Okay. That's the plan, is our power pattern.
This is what we've planned. This is what we're going to do. Okay. It's a very easy, short way to say all of that.
Okay. That's the plan. And 5 years later, I'll be promoted to vice president.
People have a 5-year plan.
Yeah, that's right.
They envision themselves. That's the plan, and you're invited to come with me.
Okay.
So we're talking about maybe, we're going to a music festival.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
You want to come with us?
Okay, very good. So this is what I'm going to do. So, that's it.
That's it. It's official.
It's official. Campus Club is our power vocab on page 60. Do check out the definition there. And what else should we do?
Please go to Audio Hakdang, and for a small monthly fee, you can listen to this show again and again and again, as well as so many other great shows that EBS has put on that platform.
Excellent. And please, don't forget to join us at 6 p.m. We're going live on Evening Special. See you there.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.